Debut from Seriously Connected, Recruiter TV. Man, it is hot at the minute. Outside it's sweltering, and it kind of made me think about one time I was in Marbella. I don't really go to Marbella, but Marbella and cocktails and recruiting don't mix. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but let me just explain to you my reasoning. I was thinking about it. It's mainly about niche recruiters, and something that happened to me when I first started my recruitment business. Back in about 2011, my first time I went away, I'd had a good time and I had a good holiday, but I was lay on the beach. I had a Mohito, probably my favourite drink, and I'm laying there and I'm talking to this lady. I'm going to explain to you who this lady was in a moment. She was called Alison, but this is around being niche. This is around when you set your business up about what's important about when you talk to your clients and your candidates and the market, what you portray to your market, and how actually by saying yes to the wrong things can be massively detrimental to you and your business. And I'll tell you about that why in a second, but you know, picture it. I'm laying on the beach, I'm talking to this lovely lady, let's call her Alison. I'm laying there having a chat at Sangria, and she says, "What do you do, Dave?" And I says, "I am a specialist packaging machinery recruitment consultant." And she says to me, "Oh, we need somebody within our business." And I was like, "Oh, really? I bet I can help with that." And she says, "Yes, we're in air conditioning." All right. She says, "We need a new MD." She says, "And what I need is somebody who really knows what they're doing, a great recruiter." Now, I just started my business. I think I'd started in the January, February time. This is probably about May, some early stages in my business. And I'm lay there on the beach, and this lady just said to me, "Would you like to recruit me a new MD for our business in air conditioning just outside of London?" You're damn right I will. I can do anything because right now I'm trying to build my business and revenue counts. All revenue counts. All business is good business. No, it's not, and I'll tell you exactly why. I went home, I got on the phone, I spoke to Alison, she gave me a full brief, she offered me 25%, it wasn't retained. Retained does really have a lot of benefits. It wasn't retained, and I'm sat there and she gave me the brief of what she was looking for, an air conditioning, managing director, team of engineers, team of salespeople, they wanted a real big growth plan. And that's where the problems started. I went away on my merry way like I always do, straight in researching the industry, researching the markets, the people, the contacts. But you know something? My biggest problem was I was starting from zero. And that's what happens. I started from zero. And recruiters, when you start your business, you'll be amazed at how many people say to you, "Can you help me with this? Here's a deal here. Can you do me a reduced fee? Can you do it for a few grand? Can you do this kind of deal at low rates?" You've got to know your value, know your worth, and know where your expertise starts from the very, very beginning. And that was my problem. Do you know who I knew in the air conditioning industry? Zero. Do you know how many people I kind of know in the air conditioning industry nowadays? Pretty much zero. Why? Because my area of speciality was always packaging machinery, robotics, to the food industry. That's what I knew. So I started building relationships, one-dimensional relationships with these people who I was never going to talk to again. But worst of all, they had no idea who I was, no idea of credibility, no idea of history. I was talking about the industry, about aircon and AC/DC, which is like kind of rock band, I don't know, but I didn't know this thing. And I was trying to come across as a professional. I am a professional, but I came to as a specialist, and I wasn't. And I tried to communicate my previous expertise in the packaging machinery world to air conditioning. And do you know what really happened? I failed bloody miserably. Do you know how many interviews I had? I arranged 2 interviews. I got lucky, but they weren't great, and I knew they weren't great before we started. But what happened was I ended up wasting lots of my time. More importantly, I wasted lots of Alison's time. And I spent a while building relationships with people I've never spoken to since, I didn't really enjoy speaking to then, all because somebody waved at me a 20 grand fee. It's a lot of money. But you know something? I probably wasted £20,000 worth of fees trying to find somebody that I never had any possibility really of finding or even working with again in the future. So my advice is, be aware when you start recruiting of what your skills are. Know what your niche is. You will start working for yourself or building your reputation up because that's your world. Becoming the go-to person is critical. The sun really does do daft things with the mind, and it did it with me. Sat on a beach with a Mohito, talking to a lovely lady, cost me months and months of work and fees that could have been generated in my world with people I would have been talking to probably years and years later. So there's a real big bit of advice. Being niche and saying no to recruitment, to candidates outside of your market is probably a good idea. It probably will not move your business forward. If anything, it could be detrimental to your business. Just because somebody waves a fee at you doesn't mean to say, A, you're going to secure it, and B, it's going to add value to your business. So saying no can be critical. Maybe not to a Mohito, and maybe not to a trip to Marbella, but I promise you, saying no to work that you are not absolutely supremely confident you can deliver in your market space is what I call good business. So, a sunny, blazing, sunshine top tip there for you. Say no to work that you can't do just because somebody's waving a check at you that you may never ever see. So, best of luck. Remember, focus and say no to those fees that you're probably never going to get anyway. See you soon.